How Japanese students memorize anything, the hidden systems of mastery. In Japan, children can memorize more than 100 kanji characters in a single day. Think about that, over 100 new symbols, each with meaning, shape, and story. Meanwhile, most of us spend 3 days trying to memorize one small formula. Why? What are they doing differently? Today's video explores the 5 learning systems that power Japanese mastery. How students use visuals, logic, and emotion to make memory effortless. Before we start, comment below. Are you a visual, emotional, or logical learner? Let's find your type and hack it, Japanese style. 1. Kanji coding, the power of visual recall. How do Japanese students remember thousands of kanji? Through visual stories. Picture an 8-year-old in a classroom, chalk in hand, drawing the same kanji again and again, not spelling letters, but sketching meaning. The kanji for tree looks like a tree. River flows like water. Mountain rises like peaks. Each symbol is a story. Our brains aren't built for plain text. They're built for images. We process visuals 60,000 times faster than words. Every small drawing, doodle, or symbol becomes a mental shortcut. A visual password that unlocks memory instantly. So next time you study, don't write plain notes. Add small doodles or icons that represent ideas. Turn your notes into maps of meaning. Because when you think in pictures, you stop memorizing and start seeing too. Mnemonics meet emotion. Memory with drama. Japanese memory coaches have a rule. Emotion equals retention. We forget what we read, but remember what made us laugh or feel surprised. Emotion tells the brain, this matters. So instead of repeating, mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, imagine a tiny factory boss yelling, work harder. It's silly, and that's exactly why it sticks. Emotion releases dopamine and adrenaline, chemicals that keep memories alive longer. Japanese students often turn lessons into characters and stories, history into mini-dramas, grammar into jokes. The funnier or weirder, the better. So don't fear silliness. Add feeling to facts. Make flashcards emotional, exaggerate meanings, act them out if needed. Because emotion isn't a distraction, it's your brain's favorite glue. 3. Interleaved practice. Mix it up to remember better. Here's a mistake most students make. Studying one subject for hours. Math, math, math. It feels efficient, but it's not. Japanese students use interleaved practice. They mix subjects while studying. Maybe 30 minutes of math, then history, then physics, then back to math. Why does it work? Every time your brain switches topics, it's forced to recall what you learned earlier. That mental switch builds stronger memory connections, like a workout for your neurons. Think of your brain as a gym. One exercise builds one muscle, but variety builds balance. Mixing subjects keeps your brain alert and flexible. So when you study next, don't batch similar topics. Rotate them. That moment of confusion you feel, that's learning in progress. 4. Teaching as recall. The Feynman secret. Ever seen someone talking to a wall? In Japan, that's not strange. It's smart learning. Students often explain lessons out loud to walls, mirrors, or even their phones. It's called the Feynman technique. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. When you teach something, you reveal the gaps in your knowledge. Then you fix them. That's how understanding locks in. Try it yourself. After studying, open voice notes and explain what you learned in your own words. Pretend you're teaching a 5-year-old. If you stumble, perfect. You found what to review. Because memory doesn't grow from rereading, it grows from explaining. Teach what you know, and it becomes yours forever. 5. Space, not spaced. The power of visual gaps. The final secret is visual, not verbal. Japanese notebooks are clean and open, full of white space. Each idea stands alone, surrounded by breathing room. Why? Because the brain loves patterns and pauses. When notes are cluttered, your memory blurs, But when there's space, your brain automatically organizes information. So leave margins. Draw boxes or lines. Let your notes breathe. Memory isn't only about repetition, it's also about visual rhythm. When ideas have space, your mind has clarity. The synthesis, 5 paths to memory mastery. So, what's Japan's real secret? It's not about harder work, it's about designed learning. They use kanji coding to think in pictures. They use emotion to make facts unforgettable. They use interleaved practice to keep the brain sharp. They use teaching recall to expose gaps. And they use space to let ideas breathe. Together, these form a complete system. Visual, emotional, and logical. A way of learning that's alive, creative, and deeply human. You can start today. Draw symbols next to each concept. Turn facts into stories. Mix subjects. Teach aloud. Leave space. Because memory isn't luck, it's design. So tell me, are you more visual, emotional, or logical? Let's find your memory type and hack it, Japanese style.